next week because I have nothing to watch. I'll start doing yard work or something, and then there's a project they need to finish next weekend, and so now they're not watching football again. Whatever the logic, psychology behind the marketing is, I think it'd be a bad idea to have a week off in the middle of the season.
Have the whole league just like vamoose, yeah.
Unless it's like an all-star type of thing. Then it's different because you have a reason.
Who the hell's going to do that, though? Because you're just risking guys getting hurt. So.
Right. What do you guys think about the bye week? Am I crazy to think that it's not right? Especially last year. Like, when someone in the sports jungle, we're going to change this discussion up just a little bit. Someone in the sports jungle posted a thing that said, "You are now the new NFL commissioner. What are the first things you would do?" I jokingly answered some stupid shit like mandatory steroids, which I think is funny.
Tom Brady has to play with one shoe on.
No. So, like... Tom
Brady has to go and pick out of a hat and play a game with a different team every week.
That would be funny. But no, I said like mandatory steroids and other things. But like for real, this is one of the things.
Giving the
bye
Miami
weeks
Dolphins a win if they're for teams that are over 12 wins.
Yeah. The bye weeks, ridiculous. Ridiculous. That there are teams who are on bye week this week and then have to play 13 straight games when there are going to be 6 teams,
I remember
who are going to have a bye week 9 and do a perfect 8 in the front, 8 in the back, break in the middle.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I can even remember, I think years prior, they've had started buys as early as week 3, so...
I mean, obviously shit happens. But if you're the commissioner of the NFL, what are some changes you would have? I'll start. First, raise the salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
Second, I would create an independent disciplinary committee. And I would have no say in the discipline. But I would have a lawyer on it. I would have an NFL non-team representative on it. I would have someone who went to school for criminal justice or something like that, an investigator, something like that on it, and maybe some other NFL people who are more equipped to handle this kind of shit. I wouldn't handle it, but I think that would be something I would do. I would also make it mandatory. Steroids. No, I'm just kidding. That in case of emergency, like there was last year, where the Dolphins and the Buccaneers took a bye week 1 and then played 15 straight games.
Because of the hurricane.
Or 16 straight games because of the hurricane.
Yep.
In the Northeast, Northwest, Southwest, Southeast-ish, a team that is not playing, make sure their stadium is available. A team that's not playing at home, make sure their stadium is available if we need to move a game because of a national emergency, that we can get this shit done. Because there's no reason...
Like what Detroit did for Buffalo that one year.
Right. There's no reason that they couldn't have said, okay, you guys can't play in Florida, but you know what? The Falcons, they're not at home. You guys can play there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then still have the game. Institute a second bye week if you have to. Expand the season, institute a second bye week. I'm for that. I think that should be done. But I don't think that it's right.
I think we're going to be seeing them adding games, so it's not going to be out of the question.
The new collective bargaining agreement is going to have, for the players, a higher salary cap, better benefits on contracts. Maybe even every contract going forward is fully guaranteed. And you're going to see like recreational marijuana use will no longer be banned. But the NFL is going to get like stricter rules on guarantees. Like if you break teams' rules, your guarantee is null and void, like they're doing with Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get more games. So,
is that shaving the preseason too, or is that?
Oh, they fucking better. There's no reason to have 4 preseason games.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Have 2 tops, yeah. So what would you guys do if you were commissioner of the NFL for a season?
Quite honestly, I like most of your ideas, and probably the biggest thing I would do is
mandatory steroids.
Well, no, that's
the best idea. So definitely that.
The other idea was relegation. 4 worst teams in the NFL get sent down to college football. The 4 best teams in college football get brought up to the NFL.
Shake it up, yeah. But
I mean,
no.
now that the XFL is a thing,
it's a good point.
Start creeping in, yeah. No, but honestly, Tom Brady has to play a game with a different team every week.
He's got to play both teams. He's always playing.
Yeah.
All-time quarterback, and he hits every team.
He's got a quarterback for both teams or something. No, but honestly, the biggest thing I would do is there's got to be a way to really look at some of these calls that are controversial to how the outcome, like for example, last year with the NFC Championship.
No, fuck that. The pass interference challenges have been super fucking annoying.
I'm just saying, like to the point where that would have put the Saints at the goal line. So there just got to be a way to track down on the play calling, and
they did. It's the pass interference replay, but it's fucking stupid because now they're just gonna. Oh, that could have been pass interference, so I'm going to throw the flag. And then you're just making the game annoying and longer than it should be, and not like extra football more time. Like, they have to analyze, did he have full extension? Are his elbows bent? Or like it's
they gotta make it,
fucking
make it
stupid.
Find a way to simplify it.
There is no way to simplify it. It's either review it or not.
It's just teams are getting screwed.
Teams are not getting screwed. If your gripe is on one fucking play, what about the other 80 plays that are run that game?
I mean, if it was significant play though.
Does not matter. They went to overtime. They lost. They had the ball first in overtime, and they lost.
It's not guaranteed to get the ball first though. So
it doesn't matter if you get the ball first or not. What matters, and anyways, there's a second half of the game. Play defense.
Yeah. Just
stop them. Like you have 11 people who are paid to stop the 11 people on the other side.
We can't get back in we've argued this once before.
They need to stop with the reviewing pass interference calls. This is bullshit. It's stupid. It takes too long. I'm already fucking sick of it, and we're 3 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
Anything else that you would do?
Just the thing with it, definitely with the bye weeks, should make it so it's in the middle of the season somehow, so these teams aren't getting burnt out.
Or if you want to make it even shorter, just do it 2 weeks. Weeks 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Or weeks 8 and 9.
Have half the league.
NFC is off. AFC is off. There you go.
Well, if you extend the season by like a game or two, which is all they realistically can do, then you can do 2 bye weeks, and there's no reason you would have to have. I think with those extra weeks of scheduling, it should be easier to avoid having unfair bye weeks. Because if each team's getting 2, then they should be, minimum 4 games apart. And that means, you will have an early bye week, but you'll also have a late bye week. So, no team is getting screwed with 15, 13 games in a row. At max, you would get like 8 games in a row.
Right. So the argument I'm making is if they don't expand. The most recent discussion I've heard of expansion is 3 weeks added onto the season. It's a 20-week season. Add 2 games, additional bye weeks the 3rd week.
Oh, not only that, but another big thing I would do that we've talked about before is if you have a losing record, you don't go to the playoffs.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I'm also for getting rid of the guaranteed playoff spots. Yes. Like, if you're 7 and 9, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
No. I mean, you get that. So, okay, great. You were the best in your division. Your division was, or not division. Getting sports mixed up.
Because college football is the conference.
Division. If you won your division at a crappy ass 7 and 9, then your division sucked that year.
But I mean, if you win it with 7 and 9, and 6 of those wins are against if you sweep your division, maybe we can make the argument there.
I don't even make the argument. You didn't have a winning record.
Because, I'm okay with teams having losing records getting into the NCAA tournament because they have to win another fucking tournament. You have to win 6 games in a row.
Yeah, you're going to get weeded out. So
yeah. But anyways, yeah. So
remember I had Gardner Webb. Remember that?
Yeah, you had Gardner Webb in like Western Kentucky in the finals, whatever it was. Anyways, Dan O'Shea, what would you do if you were commissioner of the NFL?
I definitely agree with a lot of what you said, especially the disciplinary committee that, you know, would have some non-NFL oversight of some sort to be as fair as possible to all parties and to be as impartial as possible.
And what they say is final?
Consistent. To be fucking consistent. Here's what you did. Here's the punishment. It's in line with, you know, this same punishment that we gave to this player, instead of Goodell just being like, let's roll a fucking couple pair of dice. You did 3 weeks. You did the same thing. You did 8 weeks.
And then he throws a dart.
I feel like also, if it's like a criminal investigation, if the charges are dropped and they find no criminal wrongdoing, it's not even a disciplinary thing anymore. That's it. It's done. If the cops say nothing happened, move on.
Yeah, it's on the police report.
Right?
So. I agree.
I feel like that could all get sorted out, because there are things that, you know, maybe are detrimental to the NFL's image that wouldn't be criminal, you know, that would be a violation of contract that they should be able to discipline you for, but that should be like capped, that could only be fines, or could be capped at like a 2-week suspension, you know, when there's no criminal wrongdoing.
But I mean, like, Ezekiel Elliott getting suspended when the independent arbitrator said there was no wrongdoing. The police said no wrongdoing. The NFL's lead investigator said we should not suspend him. Like, the police in that instance said, no, there's proof that there was no domestic violence.
Well, look at what happened with
that should be the end of it.
LeSean McCoy, too, although he got to play.
Right.
You know, you can't...
Oh, also, if you drunk drive, or if you drive drunk, and you hit and kill someone, that's it. You're done. Dante Stallworth, Leonard Little, you're done.
Yep.
That's the end of your playing career. Done.
But Richie Incognito shit.
Done. Anyways, anything more that you would do, Dan O'Shea?
I'm sure I could think of some things, but I think for now we've hit a lot of the major issues.
Mandatory steroids.
No, Tom Brady has to play every game in a ski mask. You can't see to the left, you can't see to the right.
Mandatory steroids. That's all you need.
Straight. You get picked off every time.
All right. Let's break down some NFL. But before we go into the scores, Antonio Cromartie has more kids, 14, than the Dolphins have points this season.
I thought you were going to say more kids than Philip Rivers.
Well, that is true.
Is that still true, or was that just before? Was that before week 3?
What was the score week 3?
I'm not sure.
30-6. So yeah, that's not true anymore. The Dolphins now have 2 points more than Cromartie has kids. Yeah. So, anyways, NFL. What a good fucking week for the NFL, huh? Despite the fact that it was a double-digit win, Jaguars on Thursday night, good game against the Titans. Mustache Minshew, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mariota looked like a competent quarterback, and neither team really had a successful run game. But fun game to watch.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette had to make
Minshew might not be getting benched once Nick Foles is healed up. If he keeps playing like that.
Perhaps, we don't know.
Like the most
we can just skip Jets Patriots because that
was
No, we'll get to
it. Let's go on to Bills Bengals.
I was gonna say Fournette took a little bit, but he got his worth, salvaged his worth in that game, huh?
Yeah, Andy Dalton in the daytime, 250 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Not very daytime of him.
No, Josh Allen, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Old man Frank Gore